everybody got out of, got in their cars and got out of the jail, the DC jail area safely, which was good. AP left out before we all did, which was good. And it was really a beautiful day for the events. Were really nice. It's a shame that AP doesn't understand and that she would want to be so disruptive and rude and vile on this day for Mickey. Shows a complete lack of empathy, and I'm sorry that happened, but it did not ruin the day for Mickey, and it did not make the events that they planned so nicely today at the Capitol and also at the jail. It didn't have an impact on them at all to make them any less of a special occasion to honor Mickey's daughter and Mickey. And the J6 prisoners were just amazing too, like how sweet they were. Thank you so much. I just want to check in with y'all and let you know that everybody made it out okay. Me too. She left, AP left out before we did. Yes, oh my gosh. I am so exhausted, y'all. I'm so tired. I'll be fine getting home, but oh my goodness. I just felt my whole body, like once I got back in the car to start heading home, and I just like, I felt my whole body just go, oh. You know that feeling. It's just like, we're done. I'll sleep well tonight. I want to thank everybody that stuck in with me off and on. This phone, I think that it can't, the charger can't keep up with it. I'm going to go to Verizon and see about trading it out. I'll just pay the $50 shelving fee because I dislike this phone that much. It's just not doing what we need it to for the stream. So I will try to get that taken care of tomorrow. I'd like to see what the Google Pixel 7's all about, and I heard that that's coming out in the next couple of days, so I might try to wait for that to hit the store, but I don't want to wait too long because I really don't like this phone. Oh my gosh, thanks, Chilled. It was a good day too, though. It was absolutely, you know, it was a lot in it, a lot packed in today, that's for sure. Walking around the garden at the Smithsonian with Jen, that was really neat. I'm sorry that there were some agitators on the chat, but all in all, that was pretty neat. That's a beautiful part of the garden that honestly I don't think I had been in before. I thought that I had, but I'm not sure. I don't really recall it. I will definitely take us back there again. Yorkie, I don't know what she does it for. I really don't. But it's a shame. Oh my gosh, you're so welcome, Denise. I wish that it had been more smooth. The streaming had been more smooth, but all in all, I think it was all right. And I'm so glad that I had all y'all with me. Thank you. David was looking for me to be on. Nice. Yeah, it was just back and forth because as soon as the phone would die, it would start charging, and then I was able to turn it on again, which just lets me know that the phone. I think my stuff got downloaded twice onto it too, and that didn't help. So that's all right. Just the the wrong phone for me. No, and chilled, I don't know that we would want to understand that kind of hate and despicable behavior. I don't even want to understand it. But even if we did understand where it was stemmed from, whether it was abuse or whatever, it still doesn't excuse the bad behavior now. There comes a point when, as adults, if we realize that we're not well, or there's something that we need to address, if we don't address it, then that's our mistake as adults. Maybe there are some people that aren't aware that they've got some things that maybe need attention, but she's an intelligent enough woman to, at some point, you got to say enough's enough and make some changes. But if it is addiction, that's a little bit of a different matter. That is a disease, and your chemistry does get changed for sure. But there's help for that when people hit their bottom. And I guess if that's the case, then maybe that'll happen for her soon, hopefully. But I really don't know what she's dealing with. How to clip on YouTube. There's a place you can report her to the Capitol Police. I'm trying to send the video to them. Yorkie, a clip from my video. Right. Well, I mean, Jamie, what I'm saying is that's all. Whatever's going on with her. But I don't want to assume what's going on with her. Oh yes, the police do let them do it. Chilled. And you can report it, but in our experience, they don't do anything to these women. Like Whistle Girl and the ringleader and their other people and AP, they don't do anything to them. The flowers were left. There probably wasn't much he could do. It wasn't like it was Capitol property or police property. It was flowers that were left. So I don't think that there's really any legal repercussion for her destroying those flowers. I mean, if I were the police and I saw her behaving like that, whether she's live streaming or not, I think I'd be calling an ambulance. But they get so used to seeing these women around that they're like, oh, well, there she is at it again. And you miss the opportunity to maybe have someone get some help. If we turn a blind eye, we're not doing anybody any favors, that's for sure. And I think sometimes the police don't understand that it's better for the person to actually get them the help. Right. Live stream or not, though, she's acting like a crazy woman who's losing her mind, and so, and that's, not politically correct to say crazy woman, but you know what I'm saying. And, why isn't there an intervention to get medical help? Probably because they see the phone and they think it's just crazy attention antics. Who knows? But I don't think there's anything protecting the flowers legally. Well, she's playing on the wrong team too. So, she was over across the street doing her little witchcraft stuff. And it's just like, oh my goodness. I just prayed and thanked God for surrounding us and keeping us safe. In Jesus' name, amen. I'm sure, Julie. Oh my gosh. I mean, I'm sure. Mickey already knew about it, which it's very unfortunate that she wound up finding out about it. I don't think anybody did her any favors by telling her, but she handles it like a champ. I thought our other gal was gonna jump the fence at her, but I'm really grateful she didn't. I think she decided to leave, which was good. She wasn't feeling well anyway. No, it doesn't make it right either. Well, it's not rational, Julius. Absolutely not rational. It's so, I mean, it's so despicable that I think that most of us can't even wrap our head around it. And so that's, you know, that she would come down there and yell the vulgar things, you know, about Ashli and about, to Mickey, and it's just, it's not rational. It's not. You had hope for her, KB? I still have hope for her, because as long as she's alive, God can intervene. You know, I've seen lives. Her Twitter, she was complaining her Twitter was full of psychos. Well, when you behave like you do, what do you think you're going to attract? Oh my goodness. Don't people understand about water seeking its own level? Yeah, it always buffers in this area. Good point, Will Roll. Very good point. David, that's awfully nice. Oh my goodness. There's a lot out there, y'all, about the disease of addiction and the science behind it. You know, we are blessed to have things like scans, you know, MRIs, CAT scans, etc. That you know, cocaine, opiate, just the It glorified and glamorized heroin, drugs, the darkness, the underbelly, witchcraft. We know that the media definitely hypes up witchcraft, and young people get conditioned. People get conditioned that these things are okay, and that maybe that's kind of early recovery from drugs and alcohol. That it was like I had been living in a movie, and I had to just come to the grips with the fact that people stopped buying tickets to my movie long before I got sober and clean. You know? I mean, there was no camera rolling. It wasn't an act. It was real. And I was the director, the producer, the actor, and everything else. And it wasn't a good show. It wasn't a good movie. I wouldn't buy tickets to it now either. There's nothing glorified about acting like a fool. And then once you start acting like a fool, then you wind up losing your choice, and now you are a fool. Because it's got you. Nothing glamorous or glorious about that. Foolish behavior. You know, we get that conditioning too that, well, you know, God's mad at me, or I'm going to hell anyway, and all those kinds of weird phrases. And it's like, man, this is no joke. Your soul is on the line. It didn't even feel right to me back then when I'd say stupid stuff like that, thinking it's all cool. You know, it ain't nothing but a thing. But oh my gosh, I had no idea what I was messing with. I was playing on the wrong team, and I didn't know the full impact of it. But part of me kind of did, though. You know, I used to live in a lot of fear and anxiety about, you know, I was scared to death to die, and I think you're scared to death to die when you're not sure where you're going to be going, and you're probably pretty sure that you're not going where you prefer to live eternity. You know, I'm not afraid of dying anymore. And that's a comforting thing. I don't have to live my life in anxiety, you know, like that. Yeah, and there are conditions where people do lack empathy. I'm not diagnosing her. I have no idea what she deals with. But in general, there are conditions out there where people lack empathy, and if you've never run up against it, it's pretty terrifying. It can definitely wear a person down to be around that a lot. Yes. Oh my gosh. You guys, one of the most difficult things sometimes to do is to get to the point of being able to pray for somebody who has wronged you or harmed you, or you feel has just, you know, been so despicable. And I do pray for AP. I do. I pray for all of them because what a testimony it would be, just like Mike's testimony, to have their life turn around. And my deepest hope for them is that they will be saved and come to believe. Be saved in that order. Well, there's conditions, Linda Lou, too. There's you know, can be chemical reason for that. So I don't know, like sociopath, narcissism, things like that. Narcissistic sociopath, I guess. That's not an actual diagnosis of like two separate things, but they don't do a whole lot of the last that I read into and everything. They don't do a whole lot of just diagnosing someone as narcissist. It's usually one of those things that it's several things with narcissistic tendency, because narcissism itself is would be difficult to treat. We all have a little bit of you know, we've got the ego, the id, and the, oh my gosh, now I can't even think. You know, I'll joke around a little bit that I have a little extra dose of narcissism, or I never could have gotten on stage and sang. Or I probably wouldn't do a live stream and be comfortable. That kind of stuff. I mean, you know, you get used to being in public and being in front and speaking in public, but so it could be conditioned, but I make jokes like that, but it's really a personality thing. I don't know. Debbie, I hear where you are. I do. I just worry about some of the women, you know, at the J6. I mean, it's just, some of them are old school, you know. You just take it out back and be done with it. You know, like that the schoolyard mentality, you know. Everybody's doing good. I'm not saying it's I'm not like criticizing it. It's just, you know, we can't act on that. It would not be good. I definitely would not act on it anyway, but that's not how I roll. Which is why I pray for her, Nina, because literally it is like a possession. You're playing on the wrong team, you know. She's living in the underbelly and in the underworld, as I call it. And there is a darkness. There is an allure to it. There's a sick allure to it. If any of you understand what I mean. But it's not someplace I ever want to live I don't want to live that way ever again. Yeah, never underestimate what somebody might be capable of. That's true, Linda Lou. I'm not saying that about anyone in particular at all, but in general, never underestimate what people might be capable of. These are all individuals that I have not known very long, y'all. I have not known any of y'all very long, and so it's these are kind of intimate conditions, you know. We get to know personalities pretty quickly, etc. But I would certainly not want to guess how somebody would react in certain situations at this point about anyone. And KB says that's why I live in my bubble. Oh my goodness. I pray it's a happy bubble. It exhausts me. I'm not going to lie to y'all. It absolutely does. It exhausts me. At times. God gave me a high pain threshold so I can forget about it and go out and do my thing again the next day, I guess. A high threshold and short-term memory difficulty would allow you to go out and be able to do this stuff every day, I guess. See, he's got a reason for wiring us all each way that he's wired us, right? I've turned this around. I'm getting a little closer to my home, so I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. Thanks for riding home with me. Yeah, she will be judged, but not by us. Amen. I mean, we want to be discerning about who we hang around with and who we don't need to, but yeah, you gotta have thick skin and a soft heart, y'all. Have a big soft heart and thick skin. Oh my gosh, is that nice, Debbie? Thank you. Thank you so much. I pray everybody has a great night and gets some rest. And I'll look forward to seeing everybody probably tomorrow for something. if not tomorrow evening. Oh, well, they have terms for that in the psychological world too, and the recovery coaching world. And it's called a vacuum. They will suck the life out of you. Oh, I don't know. Maybe that's why I can have sympathy, you know, like or empathy for her. You know, even if she can't have it for me or all of us, I can have it for her. Have a great night. Oh my goodness. What a day, huh? What a day. Let's see what God has in mind for tomorrow. And thank you to all the people who contributed to the channel. I just cannot thank you enough. Can't do it without you. Thank you for all the support and encouragement. Not everybody can afford to monetarily contribute, but all of you contribute in your own way. And I'm truly grateful to you. Thank you. Keeps us going. And glory be to God. Amen, KB. That's where the name came from. You know it. Oh, I pray she doesn't have to feel that pain. I pray that it doesn't happen to her. Much love, y'all. Much love. Good night. See you tomorrow. Sleep well.